Did you know forgiveness had levels? Hello world, the Autistic Christian here, and today is my father's 68th birthday, and I want to share my testimony on forgiveness. In 2014, my mother blasphemed the Holy Spirit and told me that the Holy Spirit revealed to her in a dream while she was in Korea that my wife was a whore and that my firstborn son August was not mine. She said, "Are you sure that's your son? You need to get a DNA test." That was my first case of PTSD in my life and the poisonous seed that was planted in my marriage. Two passages really come to mind. "And the servants of the master of the house came and said to him, 'Master, did you not sow good seed in your field? How then does it have weeds?' He said to them, 'An enemy has done this.'" Matthew 13:27 through 28. And it is not what goes into the mouth that defiles a person, but what comes out of the mouth, this defiles a person. For out of the heart comes evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false witness, slander. These are what defile a person. But to eat with unwashed hands does not defile anyone. Matthew 15:11 and 19 through 20. The hatred I had for my parents was beyond my own comprehension. Not only did I grow up as the black sheep that was never even considered my parents' son, but now they don't even acknowledge any of their 3 grandchildren as their own flesh and blood either. Needless to say, forgiveness did not come easy. In fact, it took 8 years before the Holy Spirit finally kept flooding my eyes with visions of CMC and telling me to forgive my parents. After 8 years of being completely emasculated by my wife and mother-in-law, and having my own children turned against me, I was ready to just go home. On 4/19/2022, I had a handful of pills, and as soon as I was about to put them in my mouth, I heard a still quiet voice, "Go see the land." It startled me. I went upstairs and fought with God. "I forgave them, Lord. Isn't that enough? They haven't changed. What good is it to go see the land in Rome?" He simply told me, "Your entire family will be gathered there on that land." I had faith, so I picked up the phone, and on 4/20/2022, I arrived in Rome. By the time I arrived in Rome, clearly, I had not truly forgiven my parents. And though I had every reason to be justified in my anger, the Holy Spirit continued to mold me and break me. Then I was falsely in prison for 60 days, all because I took a shower and refused to eat the soup. Yeah. Long story there, but it was in jail that I truly learned to forgive my parents. The anger that I had after my own parents were the ones to put me there was beyond my expectations of what they were capable of stooping down to. But just like many people in this country, they used the crooked system to their advantage. It was not easy forgiving my parents, but ultimately, it was never for my parents. It was for me. I needed to learn how to truly forgive my parents and continue to show my love to them so that in me, maybe, they might see the love of Christ through me. So in closing, I want to say that if you are in a similar situation where your family is divided, just remember, Jesus warned us of this. Do you think that I have come to give peace on earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. For from now on in one house there will be 5 divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. They will be divided, father against son and son against father, mother against daughter and daughter against mother, mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. Luke 12:51 through 53. But also remember what Jesus said to the Pharisees. "You are of your father the devil, and your will is to do your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, and does not stand in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks out of his own character, for he is a liar and the father of lies." John 8:44. The devil is a liar, and self-righteousness is in all of us. Just like the Pharisees, many of us like to think that we are always the exception. None of these life lessons apply to me because I'm better than that. Or I understand, but that just doesn't apply to me. If you find yourself saying that a lot, you should really stop and ask yourself if maybe you just haven't realized it yet. None of us are above anyone else, and everyone is a villain in someone's story, regardless of how much of a hero you think you are in your own. For with the judgment you pronounce, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Matthew 7:2. Remember what I said earlier. Forgiveness is more for you than anything else. Learn to surrender your burdens to Jesus. I wasn't able to do that until God showed me that there was nothing else I myself could do to fix the mess I created by trying to do everything without Him. I love my father and mother, and I forgive them for everything they have done to me and my own family. Family is all you have, and I encourage the world to start forgiving them. Sometimes loving from a distance is just self-righteousness in disguise. Think about it. Happy birthday, Appa, the autistic Christian out.
If he were telling the truth, he wouldn't have told us.
Unless, of course, he knew you wouldn't believe the truth, even if he told it.